Hi everyone, it's Ashley coming from the Currie Group Demo Centre here in Sydney. I'm with the Canon Colorado, and today we wanted to talk around the features of the Canon Colorado and what makes it quite unique in the market space. In that 1.6 wide roll-to-roll market, this machine does sit more towards the higher level of investment. But what you're getting for that higher investment is stunning print quality, which we know about, high productivity, which we know about, but there's also a lot of other features underneath the hood that make this a really attractive investment. One of the first features I wanted to talk about today was the ease of operation, how simple it is to operate this machine. Basically, there's two jobs as an operator that you have to do. The first one is load the material in the drawer, and the second one is do as the system tells you. And the system doesn't tell you to do a lot other than take up the material to the mandrill, assign what material is. It is incredibly easy to use this machine. It requires minimal skill levels. Even I can run it. The second feature is the automatic material loading. So it's based on a drawer system. We have two separate materials here loaded, ready to go. We basically preload them as an operator, close the drawer, and when it's time to print, the system will gather the required material and start printing. One of the key things here as well is we'll actually start printing within 10 mil of the leading edge of the material, so the wastage of material is virtually nothing. The third feature is automatic cleaning. The system's been designed to be completely self-sufficient in this regard. There's no operator getting in there cleaning heads. The system will literally take care of itself. We have an inbuilt cleaning station that does all the work for us. The idea here is it's designed to print, ready to print when you want to print. This can be up to over a week. If you've not printed on the machine will automatically go into a standby mode, and it will continue to do those cleans as and when required. So when it's time for you to print, all nozzles are there ready to go. The fourth one is self-monitoring. Inside the Colorado, we've actually got Canon's own print head technology in here, and they've built into it what's called paint technology, which is an acoustic technology. And basically what that's doing is it's monitoring the nozzles through acoustics. If the nozzle's open, it knows what it's going to sound like. As soon as there's a blockage, it's going to give off a different sound response, and therefore we know there's a blockage. And what will happen is we can map out the nozzles automatically without any operator even knowing it's being done. Of course, if you have too many blocked nozzles around the same area, then we go into a cleaning cycle to recover that nozzle, all automatically once again. The fifth feature is automatic media feed compensation. Now, in roll-to-roll, media feed is probably one of the biggest challenges you have. Basically, if the material runs too much, you get a white line. If it doesn't run enough, you get a doubling in your print. So you end up getting quality defects. Now, traditionally what happens is people introduce smoothing to mask this problem. But in doing so, smoothing has some inherent problems. It slows the printer down because you're not printing the full swath. It can also introduce things like gloss banding as well. Now, what's quite unique in the Colorado is what happens here is we have this automatic media feed compensation. So during printing, outside of the printed image, we're actually printing some yellow markers, which you can hardly see in the visible light. And what's happening is the system is reading those markers, and it's gauging how much the media is actually advancing through, and it's making automatic adjustments. So it removes things like smoothing from the system. So we don't print with smoothing, therefore we get a faster speed, and we don't have those inherent problems such as gloss banding. It's also great for unattended printing overnight because you simply let the system do its job. You send it the work, it'll produce it for you. The final feature I want to talk about is white without worry. Now, white without worry is the marketing tagline. A pretty bold statement. To be honest with you, from what we've seen so far on this machine, it's 100% true. At the end of the day, I've worked with white on other machines, and white is a troublesome color. It's a heavier pigment. It has to have a different vacuum through the system, different ink pumps, and you have to put a lot more effort into maintaining it. This system, completely different, because white is exactly the same viscosity as our colors. At the end of the day, we're dealing with a gel-like ink. It's very, very thick. So whether it's got a cyan pigment in it or a white pigment in it, it's all virtually the same structure. So it can handle it in exactly the same manner. There's no additional maintenance. One of the frustrations you hear a lot with people printing white is, my jobs that I do are few and far between, but great, they've got some high value in them. But from a production point of view, that can be an absolute nightmare because it may take you an hour or two to recover those nozzles. Once you've recovered them, will they be stable enough to actually keep firing throughout the print? It becomes a real troublesome area, and invariably people end up turning their white off because it's too much hard work. This machine, it seriously maintains the white like any other ink, and there's no dramas. It's pretty phenomenal how they've done it, and it works really, really well. So there we have it. They're the key features of the Canon Colorado, really diving into more what's under the hood than what we necessarily think about with this technology. You know, we all know the fact that it produces a stunning print, you know, very, very sharp details. We can print in matte mode, we can print in gloss mode, we can print a mixture of those two as well, matte and gloss. The reality is there's far more technology in this machine that goes above and beyond that. You know, it really is built to be very, very intuitive, very easy to use as an operator. You know, as I said before, literally feed it the material and then listen to what the machine wants. It'll tell you what you need to do, step you through it. And then, to be honest with you, there's not a lot that you need to do other than feed it the work and it will deliver. Thank you for your time. If you've got any other questions regarding the Canon Colorado or anything else in our range, please contact Currie Group. Thank you.